To talk more about this AWOL, the arrest of an AWOL soldier near Fort Hood. On the line with us is Greg Ebert. He's a former police officer, and he actually works at the gun store, and helped tip off police to what might have been happening here and the plans, allegedly, that this soldier may have had in mind. Greg, thank you for making time to speak with us. Tell us what alerted you that something may not have been quite right with this soldier.
Well, he came to the store to purchase a quantity of smokeless gunpowder and did not seem to know what it was. It was just really odd, his behavior.
And what was odd about his behavior, and how much gunpowder was he looking to purchase?
Well, he selected 6 canisters of smokeless gunpowder, placed them on the counter, and then asked the manager, well, what is smokeless powder? If you don't know what it is, why in the world would you buy that much?
Mm-hmm. And did anybody ask him any questions about why he was buying it or what his plans were for it?
No, it was out of the norm, but he had not done anything unlawful or illegal that would prevent the sale. So we went ahead and made the sale to him. But after the fact, once he had departed the store, we discussed it amongst ourselves and came to the conclusion that it would be prudent to notify the authorities and allow them to make whatever inquiry was necessary.
We're talking about Private First Class Nasser Abdo. Tell me when you called authorities, what was their reaction and how quickly, if you know, did they move to take some action?
I would acquiesce to the police department to tell you how quickly they responded. I'm a retired officer from the agency, so I called one of the lieutenants that I know. He was certainly receptive. I gave him what information I had and told him of my concerns, and he assured me that they would look into it. And from that point on, you know about as much as I do.
Mm-hmm. And do you know how he got to the store? Was it in a personal car or a taxi? Was he with anyone?
Well, that's what also drew our attention to this young man. He arrived in a local taxi cab, which is kind of out of the norm.
Obviously, you're on alert. We know that Fort Hood was the scene of that deadly rampage back in 2009. Is that why maybe you were just a little more concerned about what this guy might have been up to?
I don't know if it was cause for us to be more concerned. We, as a rule of thumb, like to think that the safety of the community is important enough that if someone does something or exhibits behavior that would be out of the norm, that we have an obligation to notify the police and allow them to pursue it from that point.
And we understand from our Pentagon correspondent Barbara Starr, who's been working her sources on this, that authorities also found, according to her sources, 18 pounds of sugar and also a Christmas lights that might or possibly be used as a timer to set off whatever device he allegedly was planning to build. How does that sit with you? What does that sound like to you?
Well, I'm certainly not an expert. That would be something that someone from the ATF would be better qualified to answer for you. But with a military background, it potentially could be used for an explosive device.
And how do you feel now, knowing that he's in custody?
Relieved. I think we've done the right thing for our community, and certainly for the fine young men and women at Fort Hood.
Is this the talk of the town there in Killeen? What are people saying?
You know, I really haven't had a lot of feedback. I was unaware of what was going on until I came to work this morning. I was kind of besieged by reporters, so I'm getting in on it about the same time you folks are.
Well, Greg Ebert, certainly nice to know that you have a police background and that you certainly knew what to look for, and you probably did the right thing here. So thank you very much. Appreciate it.